Hi there, I thought you might be interested in what it's like for people with big feet to get hold of specialist shoes for various sporting activities. Let me give you an example. For high altitude mountaineering, ice climbing, I've always found it very hard to get hold of boots big enough for me. I started out when I started climbing in the 1980s with Koflak double boots. They were too small for my feet. I could only get about a 47, and I used to get a lot of frostbite and frost numbness problems with my feet. I moved on to a pair of Asolos. They lasted me for a good 15-20 years, and they were about a size 48 or so. Still a bit snug and too tight for me. I'm really about a size 15, size 50. Recently I came across these. These are a Lova boot, the Civretta, a classic old-time plastic boot. These are a full-size 50, maybe even a 51. A double boot with a really nice inner boot. Has a felt sort of wool and cloth interior that dries out easily. Don't get too much condensation build-up in the foot, like so. Lace up inner boot. Very quick drying. Decent sole for use in hut or bivvies. And then classic heavy-duty plastic exterior, good for glacier bashing. Not much absorption in the heel like in a lot of the modern boots. You might find something like the Sportiva or Scarpas in the Barunzi, for instance, a big boot that would be better equipped in the heel. But not bad for eBay, something like about $100 I bought that for. I was pleased. Another activity of mine's Olympic weightlifting. Again, hard to get good size shoes. But Adidas make this very nice Olympic lifting shoe. Comes in a size 50, which is about a US 15, a UK 14 or so. Very nice shoe, lightweight, fairly narrow, typically for Adidas, and I've got a fairly wide foot, but it's a very soft leather, and it gives, and I found for lifting that's been fine. It's not a very high heel, but enough give there, just a little bit soft, so you can use it in the gym, wear it all the time in the gym, not just for lifting the Olympic lifts, but for your full training session if you're going on to do auxiliary or supplemental lifts as well. Third shoe which I'll show you today is an approach shoe, again made by Adidas. They bought out the 510 company and so kept that sticky stealth rubber, superb rubber for smearing, bouldering, approach conditions. I used to have a pair of 510 approach shoes which I'd use for very basic climbs. This one a little bit more solid and chunky in the toe, as you can see. Quite a low rise in the heel, so I like that. I like a low profile shoe, fairly minimalist, although you wouldn't call this a minimalist shoe by any means. But again, a nice big size, size 50 or so, and which is what, a UK 14.5, US 15. So plenty of size there for a big foot. Smart color, very solid build. Should last a good long time. I've had these now for 6 months. Admittedly, haven't used them that much because of the lockdown, but have used them up in the mountains of Victoria in snow conditions. Of course, I got completely wet, but was surprised at the stability of this shoe. There's a fair bit of stiffness in them, laterally at least. So they make for a very good approach shoe. You can see that stiffness in the heel cup. So there are a couple of different shoes. If you've got big feet, if you're challenged in size like me, you'll find it good to know that you can get big shoes if you shop around, and certainly the internet helps. Let me know if you need a hand getting other types of specialist shoes, rock climbing shoes, and others. I'll be glad to point you in the right direction or tell you about some of my own experiences. Take care. See you next time.